Before teachers are allowed to teach here, before any staff, even if they're not teachers, work here, they must do something. They must read this document. This document is sent from the Department of Education, from the government. And it is called Keeping Children Safe in Education. And it says all people working with children in a school must read and understand this book. So I say to everyone, okay, you read this book. Read this book. Okay. So he's read it. Yeah, I've read it. I do not know if he has read this. So what do I do? Give them a test. If the test is 100%, I'm happy. You can come and work in my... You can't, because you didn't read it. Okay, but you've done the test 100%, you can come and work in my school. No 100%? Here's another test. Do it again. Read the book again and redo the test. 100%?
Must be 100%. Not less than.
Must be. You can ask Mr. Bamborough. Mr. Bamborough actually was one of the only teachers in the school to get 100% the first time. Mr. Bamborough. Only Mr. And I think Miss Nelson was one, I think there were three, Mr. Bamborough, Miss Nelson, and one of my other colleagues. But everyone else, not 100%. So they had to do it again. That's the rule. That's the rule. So, this is a very, very important... Where is it? You still haven't read it. So this is a very, very important document. Another important document that all schools must have, and all schools must put on their website. Have you seen our website?
Yes.
Yeah? It's very nice. It's not excellent, but it's nice. Every school must have a policy for safeguarding. This is the longest policy, because there is so much to cover. How many pages do you think are here? 100. Oh. Who wrote it all? Me. It took me a very long time, maybe 1 week, to write the whole thing. I used some other help, of course, but to put everything together about what we need to do in school to keep children safe is all here. It is worth the time because the children must be safe. It is the most important thing. Before learning and teaching and progress, they have to be safe. So we must put in the time to do that. Usually, inshallah, there are no problems in school that are very serious, but sometimes there are, and we must act to make sure that this is dealt with. So, that is my role in school. Are there any questions that people have?
Please give us some examples.
Oh, of a problem?
Yes.
Yes.
And
Okay.
how you solve it?
Great question. Okay, so a small problem. We will deal with a small problem. Okay, so I picked on you already. I picked on you. You two. You two have been sending each other bad messages and saying things to each other that are not nice.
Okay.
You hate it. You hate it. And you are saying, so what do we do? Richard is going to speak about the heads of year. Now, the heads of year will be involved and resolve any behaviour problems. But if there are emotional problems, psychological problems, then myself and my team will help the students. We'll sit with them and say, why have you behaved like this? What is the problem? And try and find a solution. And possibly make you shake hands.
Take my care.
Take it, yeah, no. Thank you. If there are bigger problems, thank you. If there are big problems, for example, abuse, maybe physical abuse, maybe sexual abuse, maybe emotional abuse, and maybe neglect, coming from the family or coming from other adults, then we will have to interview the child. Speak to them very seriously, what is the problem, explain what has happened, and then, if it is very serious, we must phone the police. And we must phone social care, an organisation that deal with the care of students, not as a school, but dealing with families. And they might go to the family house, knock on the door and say, there is a problem with your child. They are suffering with abuse. Maybe from you, as a parent, maybe from somewhere else. And the social worker, the social team, will explain the processes and they will help them. As a school, we cannot help the family in this way, but when the child is in school, we can support them in the school. So, some big problems, some small problems, we have different ways of dealing with them. I shall stop here. There hopefully will be chances for questions at the end.